Hello and welcome back to another Lord of the Rings live stream. Today we're continuing on in our progression series playthrough with A Knife in the Dark. It's actually a retry. We didn't do so hot last week when we took on A Knife in the Dark for the first time. And so we are going to be trying it again with a slightly modified hero lineup. And I think this one's going to be a little bit better at combating the trials and tribulations that A Knife in the Dark is going to be throwing at us. Hey Josh, how's it going? They cracked down on phones at work today, so I'm here. Just probably can't chat much. Oh, bummer. Well, thanks for still being here. Thanks for still being here. Hopefully I don't have too many questions then, because you're usually my go-to question answer. but no worries, no worries. We'll figure out a way. Or you know what? I'll just make up rules. How about that? That also works. Okay, so A Knife in the Dark. Last time we were struggling with a couple of different angles we were struggling in. And so the way that this quest works is we've got 3 stages of our quest deck. I don't actually don't know what this is called. I'm just gonna call it the quest deck. If you directly ask me something, I'll make it happen. Well, I appreciate it, Josh. Thank you. So the way that the quest works is we are gonna try and avoid these Nazgul, but quest 3A, 3B forces us to to encounter them and to deal with them, because we cannot win the quest until there are no Nazgul enemy in play, and that's going to be minimum 3. So there are 2 Black Riders, and then there's going to be the Witch King that gets put into play. Now these can be these are pretty big enemies and can be an issue. So we were running into shuffling a couple of these ring wraiths in there, and those are via encounter card effects or card effects that we get a choice. We can do X or shuffle a ring wraith in, and what I realized is that we need to not do that. We need to not shuffle ring wraiths in at all cost. We need to make sure we're focusing on just the 3, and if we focus on just the 3 Nazgul, we have a little bit better shot to get there. um the other thing that we were struggling with is this Bill Fenry. So when Bill is in the staging area, he cannot, or whenever you commit someone that's not a fellowship hero or a character to the quest, then you have to raise your threat by 1. And so we were trying this, keep our threat way down, keep it down under 20 to go through some secrecy stuff, and that just was not working with Bill. We had a way, it was a Hail of Storms was our counter to Bill, but we didn't draw it quickly enough, and it kind of relied on that. And so we switched up, or so I switched up a little bit. We are keeping Frodo. So Frodo Baggins is the hey Karokai, how's it going? Welcome. We got Frodo Baggins, who is the required hero for this quest, and we've got Mr. Underhill, which is the boon that we chose. We've got the One Ring, and then we have one other attachment. We got a Song of Kings for Frodo Baggins. And so we were running into having just a lot of different resources sitting on Frodo and not necessarily being able to utilize them to their full potential. And so throwing a Song of Kings on there, this deck is pretty heavily leadership, and so that allows us another area or another access to those leadership resources. Our Sam is our leadership hero. We've got one attachment, which is a Song of Travel, and so giving a little bit more flexibility. Hey Karokai, thank you for the subscription. You've been subscribed for 7 months. Awesome. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Song of Travel gives us the access to some spirit. We do have, so this is a spirit, this is a lore hero. We do have some lore stuff in there, but it's mainly leadership and spirit, and we'll go through the deck here in a sec. Next up is, well actually no, we'll go over here because he's a returner. Glorfindel coming a few chapters early. We've got Glorfindel here with Asphaleth, and we got 2 copies of Light of Valinor, mainly for consistency of draw, as well as there are some encounter cards that require us to discard attachments. Light of Valinor helps us with that. Now we were having that issue with threat. We were having a issue with damage, and so I subbed in Strider, so Aragorn, the lore Aragorn, and so still staying in the thematic realm, right? So these are all within the book. and they're all together kind of in the books. And so Aragorn here. We've got Aragorn coming in at 12 threat, which is actually 13. We did sub Glorfindel in, so he's actually at 6 because we are playing campaign rules. So Aragorn, we've got 2 copies of Steward of Gondor, consistency of draw. We got 2 copies of the Celebrian Stone. That gives him a spirit resource icon if it's attached to Aragorn, as well as bumps his willpower up to 4. And then we've got 2 copies of Sword That Was Broken, which gives him the leadership resource icon, as well as if it's attached to Aragorn, all of your characters get +1 willpower. So that's going to help us a lot with our questing issues. Those are the attachments for our heroes. Let's take a look at the deck build. I went pretty heavy into the ally deck, or the allies. The Witch King cannot be defended by any character that has 1 or less willpower. How with Aragorn and Sword That Was Broken, that gets a little bit more flexible because you have a lot of people with +1 willpower. But we do have 3 copies of Son of Arnor. And so this is a card that I don't think we've played on stream, but it says a response after it enters play, choose an enemy in the staging area engaged with a player. Oh wait, no, this does not work. And oh yeah, no, enemy in the staging area or currently engaged with another player, engage that enemy. So that allows us to grab Bill. The idea is to try and get Bill here as soon as possible engaged with us. If we do get Bill just from a sun drop, then we have Mr. Underhill to cancel his first activation, which we should be able to swing back and kill. The reason we want to cancel his first activation, there are shadow cards that will send him back, and if he gets sent back, then we're all very sad. Sun is also our target to play whenever we travel to the Prancing Pony. So if we travel to the Prancing Pony, we get to play an ally from our hand for free. We're going to mulligan pretty hard for this Son of Arbor. So if he gets dropped, we get to engage Bill, cancel, and then ideally swing back to kill. So that's the strategy for Bill. We got 3 copies of Gandalf. We've got 2 copies of Stargazer. We've got 3 copies of Miner of the Iron Hills. There is a condition attachment in this deck that states to attach to a hero, reduce all of their stats to 0. So Miner fixes that. We've got 2 Rivendell Minstrels to find the 2 songs, as well as just good questing power. Master of the Forge, because those attachments are very, very important for us. We got a Hemsworth, Gleowine, Bofur, and Arwen. So that's our ally lineup. A lot of questing, but also kind of like niche allies, right? So we're going for getting attachments, arranging our draw pile in the correct order, etc. Got 3 sneak attacks. We're going to hopefully use these for Gandalf's, but we can also use them for the Sons to engage Bill if we need to. 3 copies of Dwarven Tune, 3 Elrond Councils, 3 Galadriel Greetings, 3 Ancient Mathams, 3 Attest to Wills, 2 Hasty Strokes, and then a Will of the West. Will of the West is that you can choose a player, shuffle their discard pile into their deck, and there is actually a lot of card draw in this deck, because the way that this deck kind of plays is we are kind of stalling. We're stalling a little bit. We don't want to progress to 3A until we know that we absolutely can take care of the situation. And so when I was practicing, my deck was getting very, very thin, and we had Gandalfs, we had everything that we had allies, we had a lot of stuff in our discard pile. Will of the West fixes that once we have that card engine going, and we can start drawing back into them. So I did get down to 3 threat on my last playthrough. My total threat was 3 at the end of the game. And I never triggered Aragorn's ability in that one, actually. So I had Aragorn's ability being you can reset your threat to your starting threat level. And so that can really help with some big enemy, or like there towards the end. We don't necessarily have to quest, because we can bring our threat back down to 27 during the refresh phase. So we got a couple of options and a couple of flexibility. The deck is pretty tactical in what you draw, when you draw it, where you place things, and so we'll see. The other Oh. I dealt out one too many cards. Oh. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so I had 51 cards. Okay, so I think what we will cut. What will we cut? What will we cut? Probably a Dwarven Tomb. I'm thinking that we would probably cut the Dwarven Tomb because we have Will of the West. We can trigger Galadriel Greeting, Ancient Mathams a lot. We could go Miner. Actually, we're gonna go 1 copy of Miner of the Iron Hills. We'll cut that out, and then hopefully we don't need to use them that frequently. But I actually don't even know if there's more than 2 of them in there. But we can also chump with Miner, throw it back into our encounter deck with Will of the West, and so we'll be good. Okay. Got 2, 4, 5. We are only starting with 5 because of Gandalf's delay. That is the burden that we chose. And what we're looking for Son of Arbor. We're looking for Sword That Was Broken. We're looking for Steward of Gondor. We're looking for a lot. Well, we got Steward of Gondor. We got Master of the Forge. We got Rivendell Minstrel, Test of Will, and a Sneak Attack. Honestly, right there, we're good, right? Because we've got Steward. We've got we're rocking and rolling here because Steward allows us to throw it on Aragorn. Master of the Forge is gonna let us go find all the attachments that we need. We have a Test of Will, which we're probably going to be using if we see something that, deal 1 damage to all the allies. And so Master of the Forge could die. So we could cancel that with the Test of Will or the 1 ring. We just got a lot of options. We've already got one of our sneak attacks. I am feeling really good about this. So let's go ahead and run into it. So what is our top card is a Celebrian Stone. Excellent. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and start passing out. Let's move this closer. So we got 1 money for all of our heroes. We don't have a bill. That's a big issue here. Is we don't have, or not a bill. We don't have a we don't have a Son to grab Bill. But so, and I just realized that, so Rivendell Minstrel says after you play Rivendell Minstrel, and this is put a card into play. So this will not trigger, but we could get Master of the Forge out there if we wanted to. The other option is to just stall 1 turn and hopefully grab a Bill, but I don't think that's the right call. Okay. So we're showing 5 here. I think we'll quest for 5. We have to increase our... nope, that's our Scoop Gunner. We have to increase our threat by 1 because it's a non-fellowship. Or we could shuffle a Ring Wraith in, but we're absolutely not doing that. We flip into a Chetwood. While Chetwood is in the staging area, spy enemies get +1 threat and +1 attack. So we go up 2. We'll go ahead and travel here to the Chetwood. Yeah. And we'll stand up. Increase our threat to 31. Draw into a Gandalf. So we do have a sneak attack Gandalf now, which is really flexible. May at this point in the game, we may be using this to draw some cards. Okay, we'll pass out more money. We'll spend 2 leadership resources to play Steward of Gondor on Aragorn. We'll get 2 more resources there. Let's go ahead and spend 3 resources. Nope. Nope. Let's do 2 resources for Master of the Forge. Master of the Forge, we can exhaust. We search the top 5 cards of our deck for any attachment and add it to our hand. Oh, there's the sun. Gleowine. Asphalith. Okay, nice. And cool. So we'll take the Asphalith. Shuffle our deck. Beastno, thank you for the subscription, my friend. 8 months on a Lord of the Rings day. Let's go. How's it going, Beastno? How's BB? And how's T-Snow? We'll spend 2 to play Asphalith onto Glorfindel. We can exhaust Asphalith to place 2. You know what? Yeah, we'll place 2 here. Next turn, you know what? We may sneak attack a Gandalf right here just to draw cards. I think we will. So let's... we don't have any leadership resources. Just kidding. We're not going to do that. Okay, so we've got Frodo going for 2. We got Sam going for 3. We raise our threat. We're showing 5. We're at 32. So we're close to actually just engaging Bill. And we'll have to use Aragorn's ability a little bit sooner than what we wanted to, but that's probably fine. Let's go 5 to 5. We're going to flip into Peril, searching encounter deck, and discard Peril for a Nazgul enemy. Either add it to the staging area, put it into play, engage with the first player, shuffling encounter deck. We will go ahead and exhaust the 1 ring, cancel. Yeah, we'll exhaust the 1 ring, cancel the encounter effect. Nope. You know what we're going to do? Instead of doing that, we are going to spend 1 resource and play a Test of Will. So we don't have this in our encounter deck anymore. Just because those are... that can be very, very game-changing for us. Everyone is doing well and a bit sleep-deprived, her more than me. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm glad to hear everyone's doing well, though. Nice. Okay, so we are at 32. We cannot engage. We could travel. Let's not travel though. Let's go ahead and ready. We will increase our threat to 33. Draw a card into Ancient Matham. Okay, sweet. Okay. We got 1 resource. We got 3 resources. We got 1 resource and 1 resource. Let's go ahead and let's first off, let's do Master of the Forge. Let's see what Master of the Forge is going to bring us. We got Elrond's Council, Steward of Gondor, Dwarven Tomb, Hemsworth, and a Test of Will. So we'll take the Steward of Gondor, but we can't play it. We'll go 3 for Rivendell Minstrel. We're going to go find a Song of Kings. We'll use 1 resource from Glorfindel to play Song of Kings onto Frodo, giving him the leadership icon. We'll spend 1 resource on... Nope, you know what? There's no reason to do that right now. Yeah, there is. We'll throw 1 resource on Ancient Matham. And we're gonna hang on to our sneak attack. We're actually just gonna go ahead and travel to Prancing Pony probably now. And when we travel, we'll play a Gandalf from our hand. And so that, instead of this... Well, actually... sneak attack is until the end of the phase. I think travel phase is a separate phase. So honestly, we could get 2 activations of Gandalf here. Let me go ahead and just check the rules real quick. Pins. Yep, travel phase is a different phase. So you can sneak attack Gandalf, get a benefit. He comes back to your hand, and then you play Gandalf using the Prancing Pony. So there's actually two options for us here. We very well could sneak attack Gandalf for the quest points, and then bomb Bill twice. Oh, that's an interesting idea. That's a really interesting idea. So if we use Gandalf to hit Bill for 8 damage, then he's gone. We don't have to worry about Bill. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? Or do we want to use Gandalf to draw cards? We could draw 6 cards, and we probably have a. I think if we use Gandalf to draw 6 cards, we have a better way to get Bill. Also, if we do this, what if we do 1, 2, Gandalf is 3, that puts us up to 36. We need to be 38 to engage. So 37, 38. So we have a way to engage Bill. But okay, I mean, like, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. Let's see if we can do that. We're gonna play with our threat, but hopefully draw into some threat mitigation cards. Okay, so it is our turn to go. We're gonna use Asfalith to go 2 onto the Prancing Pony. We will move into our quest phase, where we will spend 1 resource from Sam to play Sneak Attack to have Gandalf committed to the quest. We'll draw 3. We got Song of Travel, Will of the West. Nice. Okay, so we got that in our back pocket. And Elrond's Council. Sweet. So we are starting to get ways to lower our threat. We don't want to use Aragorn's ability if we don't have to. So we've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got. Actually, we may not commit Frodo. I don't want to overquest. Also, I forgot to do all the reading because we did that last week, but oops. So we're gonna increase for Gandalf. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we're up to 36. Requesting for 7. We're showing 5. We should be fine. 1, 2 takes us to 9, 4. So this will not push us, but go up to 38. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we draw something that's got a big threat up there, because we're questing for 12 and we're showing 5. Flip. When revealed, you must either remove 2 heroes you control from the quest or shuffle an out of play Ringwraith. This is actually a great time to pull this, because I don't want to push too hard, and so we can take Glorfindel and Sam. Well, they're still exhausted, and so that's minus 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 6. So we're actually only placing 1. And at the end of the phase, Gandalf comes back to our hand. Travel phase, we'll travel to the Prancing Pony. We will play Gandalf from our hand. We will draw 3 cards. We got a Test of Will, a Beaufort, and another Ancient Matham. Nice. More card draw, more fun. We are at 38, so Bill will engage us at this point. This kills Bill, and so the worst shadow effect sends him back, honestly. But the worst shadow effect does plus 3 damage, and so we do have damage to. Oh wait, no, it's just Mr. Underhill him. Mr. Underhill, he's not going to attack. We will swing back with Gandalf and Aragorn to kill Bill. Okay. Issue 1 is done. Issue 1 is done. So we will unexhaust. Increase threat. Gandalf goes away. We will draw a card into Elrond's Council. Nice. Pass out money. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and throw 1 onto the Prancing Pony. Also, this game gets a lot easier once we get Hemsworth into play, Himmamoth into play. Let's go ahead and spend 2. Actually, we'll spend 1 and 1 to play the Celebrian Stone onto Aragorn, giving him the spirit icon. We're at 39 threat, which is not great. We may not quest too hard, and hopefully we may not quest actually, and then throw Bofur into play for 2 and just be okay with our threat, because we've got -6 in our hand. We're about to draw 6 cards, so it would be, well, we can clear with Asfaleth. Yeah, we're actually not going to quest, because when we clear this, we do have to get an enemy, and we'll have to figure out how to deal with it. If it's a Ringwraith, that could be an issue. We'll see what happens. We're not going to quest. Flip into, when revealed, you must either remove 2 heroes you control from the quest or shuffle an out-of-play Ringwraith into the encounter deck. We will go ahead and exhaust the 1 ring. Spend a resource, shuffle this back in, and retry, because we do not want to be shuffling those Ringwraiths into the encounter deck. I've had so much problems with this quest. Like on the Hall of Bjorn, this is not rated as a super difficult quest. I think it's like a 6.5 or so, but for some reason, this quest and me is just not feeling good. It's the same one. Okay, so we shuffle in Ringwraith into the deck. That hurts. That's gonna be an issue. Okay. We're not gonna trigger this yet. We're not gonna trigger that yet. Let's we'll stand up, increase threat to 40. Getting a little high. Draw a card into the sword that was broken. Perfect. Okay. Pass out some money. Okay, so okay, we do need to, let's go ahead and do this now. Let's Asfaleth this. So these will trigger. After leaves play, discard cards until X amount of enemies are discarded. We got the Shady Breelander, which is much easier to deal with than like a Ringwraith. Hello, Sheer Boredom. How's it going? How you doing? And then we get to draw 6 cards. So we got Dwarven Tomb, Hasty Stroke, Rivendell Minstrel, Son of course. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrian Stone and a Light of Valinor. Light of Valinor is really nice here. We'll go ahead and spend 1 for a Light of Valinor on Glorfindel. We'll spend 1, 2, 3 to play a sword that was broken. Sheer Boredom gifting a tier 1 sub to BB. Congratulations, BB. Thank you very much, Sheer Boredom. I appreciate you. Thank you. Nice. That's exciting. Sheer Boredom's on the front page of BGG today as the creator spotlight, so go check his channel out. Make sure to do that. Okay, so we got a Shady Breelander in front of us. We may go ahead and just drop Bofur out there. We got Elrond's Council. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go Elrond's Council to go -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 34. We're going to give Sam the +2, so he's at a 5. We're showing 2. Don't want to press too hard. If we go 7, we should be okay. And then these can swing back. So we do want a defender. What's going to be our defender? Actually, are there any attachments that we want anymore? We're actually pretty set up. We are actually pretty set up. We don't necessarily need Master of the Forge. So let's go ahead and use him as the blocker for Spreelander. And then Glorfindel and Aragorn can swing back. You know what? Let's go ahead and drop in a Bover just to be safe. You know what? So we got a Hasty Stroke, we got a Dwarven Tomb, got a Test of Will. So we're good there. I was gonna say we could drop another ally just as a defender, but I think we're fine. So let's go ahead and go 5, 7. Showing 2. Flip into 2, so 3. It gets +4 quest points while it's in the staging area. We'll go ahead and travel here. We'll go ahead and engage the Shady Breelander. Master of the Forge will block. Shady Breelander is going to swing for 3. Gets -1 at defense. That's fine. He's dead. And then we've got Aragorn and Glorfindel swinging back to kill. Okay. Stand up. Hey, Salsa, thank you for the subscription at tier 1. Aha. 4 months. Hope you're doing fantastic. Today's been a good day for subscribers. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so stand up, increase threat, pass out money. Draw a card into another Test of Will. Let's arrange our hand because we're getting a little big now. We got 2 Test of Wills, so 2 cancels, a Dwarven Tomb, a Will of the West, a Steward of Gondor, which is dead to us, a Song of Travel, Celebrian Stone, which is dead to us, a Sun, Rivendell Minstrel, and Song of Travel. Hey, Nelson just popped in to say thank you to Sheer Boredom for the gift sub. Thank you, Sheer Boredom, for giving BB the gift sub. Starting to build that Iron Man suit. Got that right foot. Salsa, you know what happened today? You finished your Marvel. Oh, nice! That's awesome. What was the last thing that you were you were trying to grab before you finished it up? Your Marvel Champions collection. That's an exciting day. It's a big day. Okay, so I really want to draw some cards. I don't have much ways to do that. I could Ancient Matham here. I could go Dwarven Tomb. Let's do that. Let's go Dwarven Tomb to grab an Ancient Matham. To go here for 1. And that, because 1, I want to either get cards that draw me cards, or I just want to run through this deck and probably be done with it. Galaxy's Most Wanted, Strange, Black Widow, Thor, Wasp, Venom, and Ant-Man. Nice. Those are some really good pickups. Galaxy's going to be really tough, but I mean, those are going to be great. Funny enough, you already have. Oh, you do? Nice. That's awesome. Are you over in the UK? Were you able to buy it somewhere? Buy it from somewhere and get it shipped over? I'm really excited for Gambit and Rogue. Portugal. Nice. That's awesome. The UK. I just meant Europe. I'm sorry. I'm cutting down on coffee, and that's my excuse. Cutting down on caffeine. That's my excuse. Let's go ahead and use 1 resource to drop a Song of Travel. That's going to be a target. No problem. Cool. And then we could go we could go Rivendell Minstrel. Just to get some more questing potential out there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's drop 3 for a Rivendell Minstrel. And we don't have any more songs in our deck, so we're not going to search it. I guess we would have to shuffle it, technically. There you Um, actually, it's not even a forced response, so we don't have to. Let's go 4 quest. Requesting for 4 because sword that was broken gives +1 to everyone. Let's go 4. Let's go 3 more. So our quest is up to 7, showing 0. Surge, when the first player must either exhaust 1 ring or raise this threat by 3. We'll exhaust 1 ring. It's probably gonna not be good for us. Surge, attached to a hero you control, counts as a condition attachment. Reduce heroes everything to 0. We're gonna throw that onto Frodo. Okay, so 7. So we go 3. We're actually gonna progress, which probably could have been seen. So 3, 7, 4. Yep. So that's perfect to push through. No, actually, hold on. This goes down to 0. This goes down to 0. Sweet. Okay, so yep. So at 0, so we're requesting for 4, 3. We placed 1. Okay, that's better. Okay, we got a Stargazer. We got a Miner of the Iron Hills, and we got an Arwen. Stargazer really, really helps us here. Let's go. Okay. Yep. We'll end the phase. I think Asphalt has been exhausted for 10 years. That's fine. Increase to 36. Go ahead and pass out money. Draw into sword that was broken, another dead card for us. That's fine. We'll drop 1, 2 to play the Stargazer. Use Stargazer, we get to look at the top. Oh, there's Himmamoth, Master of the Forge, Galadriel's Greeting, Gleowine, and Hasty Stroke. So we'll go Gleowine first, then Himmamoth, and then we'll start drawing into our Galadriel's Greetings and stuff. Galadriel's Greetings, I think once we get that, we can stall enough to bring our threat down to a more manageable level. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to play Arwen. Let's go Frodo. Actually, you know what? No, we're not gonna quest. We're just not gonna quest. Or yeah. I mean, I don't really want to push right now. We could. It would not be the end of the world. We have a little bit of a buffer. Once we push, I really don't want to go to stage 3 right now. I kind of want to. I want to get our threat under control before we go to stage 3. And so we're not going to quest. Flip into a Ring Wraith. We will go ahead and 1 ring that very, very quickly. Shuffle that back in. We do not want to. Actually, you know what? If we have a blocker with Rivendell Minstrel, we got 9. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8. So we actually couldn't kill it. Yeah, so we will. We'll go ahead and 1 ring that. I was like, wait, could we possibly kill that right now? No, because we don't have our attackers out there. So we'll reveal another one, which is a Squint Eye Southerner. When revealed, you must shuffle an autoplay Ring Wraith into the encounter deck or reveal an additional encounter card. This, we are going to play a Test of Will. We're going to cancel that one. Okay. So he's a 2. We'll go ahead and engage here. He's attacking for 2. We'll block with Aragorn. So 2 makes an additional attack after this one. We'll block with Bofur. 2, no shadow effects. So 1 damage gets dealt to Bofur. And then we will swing back for 3, 4. We're actually not able to kill him. He takes 2 damage. Oops. Oh well. Okay, so we will stand up. Increase our threat to 37. Draw into a Gleowine. Oh yeah, we knew that. Pass out money. Okay. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to drop Gleowine. We will use Gleowine to draw into a Hemsworth. We'll use 1 to drop a Hemsworth. Let's go ahead and use Hemsworth to check the top card. It's going to be a 2. So we can now we know what we need to quest, and we can stall out as much as we want. Okay. So that's nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and quest with Arwen for 3. We're going to show 2. We're going to place 1. And we're going to give the defense to Aragorn. So Aragorn now has 3 defense. So we're questing for 3. This goes here. We push 1. Go ahead and travel. Actually, we'll use Asfala to just go ahead and clear that. You know what? We won't. Because that just gives us a little bit more buffer to build up. Really, I'm looking for Galadriel's Greetings at this point. We want to manage our threat. Shady Breelander is going to attack. We will defend with Aragorn for 3. He's attacking for 2. No shadow effect, and there goes a Raider. So, our Rider. Wow. And then we got 3, 4, 5 coming in hot. Okay. Nice. We're going to draw into our Galadriel's Greeting. We're going to unexhaust everyone. So I guess we're going to unexhaust everyone. Then we're going to draw, pass out money. Okay. Let's use Stargazer. It's got Hasty Stroke, Master of the Forge, Dwarven Tomb, Gandalf, and a Galadriel's Greeting. Let's go ahead and grab the... Let's go ahead and grab Galadriel's Greeting and then Dwarven Tomb. So we can then use Gleowine to grab Galadriel's Greeting. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to play Galadriel's Greeting for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll spend 2, 3 for a second copy of Galadriel's Greeting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 25. Hemsworth is going to show us the top card. Each ally gets -1 until the end of the round. Deal 2 damage to an ally with 0. So that's going to be a test of will for us. We're going to test of will that. So we can quest for... We can quest safely for 2. So let's go ahead and go Arwen. This comes out. We'll spend 1 resource to play test of will. Cancel that. Don't want to lose all of our allies, which actually we would only lose Stargazer. We would only lose Stargazer because everyone gets +1, but it's not worth losing Stargazer at this point when we're kind of fishing for stuff. So this clears, and then we've got 1. So we're about to push here, and that's fine. So we'll increase our threats, unexhaust, draw a card into Dwarven Tomb. Knew that one was coming. pass out money. Rivendell, or I'm sorry, Stargazer will search the top 5. Gandalf. Elrond's Council is nice here. Let's go Elrond's Council, and then we'll draw into a Gandalf. I'm looking for the sneak attacks. We can use Gleowine to draw that Elrond's Council. Mammoth is going to check. We got a 2. We'll go ahead and push through. That'll be fun. Actually, you know what? We don't need to. We could quest action for Asphalith to clear that before we resolve. And so we could flip in Asphalith, clear. So just building up the arsenal. Okay, so now let's use 1 and then 1, 2, 3 to play Dwarven Tomb and Greetings again. Galadrim Greeting again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 20. The other thing that we're looking to do is just run through all of this so we can hasty stroke and get it back. So, feeling pretty good. So we're not going to quest. We've got this coming in. We'll use an action here for Asphalith to clear it. And then we don't go up threat. So we'll increase threat at the end of the round, unexhaust. Draw a card into Gandalf. Pass out the money. Stargazer. Where is that sneak attack? There's one of them. And another Stargazer. Okay, so we got sneak attack at the top. We can go Stargazer next. Gleowine will draw us into the sneak attack. Hemsworth is going to show us that top card. It's going to surge. We don't have any Nazgul enemy in play. So we'll see what the surge runs into. We don't have a test of will, so we are in a slightly vulnerable position. But here we are. Let's go ahead and just quest for 4 with Glorfindel. Actually, you know what? At this point, let's go ahead and use 2 to drop Minor so we can get rid of this. So yeah, we're going to quest for 4 with Glorfindel. This pops, it surges into Squint-Eyed Southerner. When revealed, you must either shuffle an out-of-played Ring Wraith into the encounter deck or reveal an additional. We'll reveal an additional. It surges into Lord of the Rings Surge. The first player must either exhaust or run ring or raise the start by 3. We'll raise our threat. 1, 2, 3. Surges into another Surge. Surges into Peril. You must either remove 2 heroes you control from the quest or shuffle an out-of-play Ring Wraith into the encounter deck. This will be the 1 ring. Spend 1 resource. Shuffle this back in. I forgot about that. I thought we had already passed all of those cards, but that can be an issue because we don't want... Well, we're pretty set up at this point, so we need to... That would have been a reason to leave that condition on Frodo, so we could have just left him. Card we're going to pop out is the Pathless Country. Cool. So we quested for 4. We're showing 4. We'll go ahead and travel to the Pathless Country. We will optionally engage the Squint-Eyed Southerner. And attacking for 2. We'll have... No, you know what? We'll have... Attacking for 2. Sam could block for 2. Let's do that. Sam's going to block for 2. It's -2 defense. Let's go ahead and spend 1 to hasty stroke that. And so it's a perfect defense. We've got 6 coming in to kill. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and use Asphalith to drop 2. I'm feeling like we're getting pretty close to being able to just push our way to victory. Or push our way to the next trial. I'm not going to say victory because this scenario can be swingy We're going to increase to 25. Pass out money. Draw into the Stargazer. I'm going to use Stargazer. We got Dwarven Tomb. Dwarven Tomb is going to be really nice here. Same with Gandalf. Dwarven, yeah, we're going to take the Dwarven Tomb. Probably we're going to Dwarven Tomb in Ancient Matham. Yeah, so let's go Gleowine to draw. We'll spend 1 resource to Dwarven Tomb to go grab the Ancient Matham. Spend 1 more resource to drop that here. Just draw all the cards, all the cards. Hemsworth's going to show us the future. We got a 3. We got 1 there. Let's go ahead and push. I think we're at a part where we can go ahead and push fairly well. Or fairly easily. So as Falith can clear here. Actually, Weather Hills we're gonna keep because Weather Hills can take care of one of those ring wraiths for us. So gotta ask Falith. We'll go ahead and clear this. Draw 3. Got Gandalf, Hasty Stroke, Master of the Forge. We will spend 2 resources here to play a 2nd copy of Stargazer, which we will then use the 2nd copy of Stargazer to look at the next 5 cards. Got Sun, Ancient Matham, Gladrium's Greeting, Miner of the Iron Hills, and a Light of Valinor. We will drop Gladrium's, then Ancient, the Miner, and we're pretty much close to being done with our deck. I think those last 2 cards may be sneak attacks. No, we played a sneak attack. So one of the sneak attacks is in those last couple cards. Once we find that, then we will go ahead. Actually, we'll just go ahead and push right now because I think we're fine with time. We're fine with time now. So we're showing a 3. We need 1 more, so we'll quest with 4. With Glorfindel, this pops out. We do progress. Into the Wild. His plan, as far as they could understand it without knowing the country, was to go towards Arkit at first, but to bear right and pass it on the east, then to steer as straight as he could over the wildlands of Weathertop Hill, and that way they would, if all went well, cut off a great loop of the road, which further bent southwards to avoid Midgewater marshes. But of course, they would have to pass through the marshes themselves, and Strider's description of them was not encouraging. When revealed, add Midgewater to the staging area. Each player places 1 progress token on the current quest. At the end of each round, either remove X progress from the current quest or shuffle 1 out-of-play Ring Wraith into the encounter deck. So we'll place 1, and we place Midgewater. While Midgewater is the active location, enemies cannot attack, take damage, or be engaged. And then after Midgewater becomes the active location, return each enemy in play to this staging area. We'll go ahead and travel here. And we'll go to refresh. Stand up. Increase our threat to 26. During our refresh phase, we're going to use one of these Stargazers. We got Gladrium's Greeting, Ancient Matham, Sun, Miner of the Iron Hills, Light of the Valinor. We already knew that, didn't we? That's a bust. Oops. Okay, so we'll draw into Gladrium's Greeting, pass out some money. Gleowine will draw us into Ancient Matham. We'll use 1 to play Ancient Matham here. Go Stargazer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all the cards. So Sneak Attack was there at the bottom. So we'll drop Sneak Attack at the top. And then we're prime. Actually, do we have a Dwarven Tomb? We don't. So we want to play the Gladrium's Greeting. Spend 3 to play Gladrium's Greeting to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, let's see what we got coming up with Hemsma. Each ally gets -1 until the end of the round. Deal 2 damage to an ally with 0. Any ally with 0, which is going to be the Stargazers, and the Miner. But that's fine. I'm okay. I'm actually okay with that. Because we're about to shuffle those back in. We've got what we need here. With the sneak attack there. You got the Gandalfs. Okay. Yep, we're good. We're good. We'll use Esfalith to place 2 here. I'm wondering if we don't push this time, but we push next time, and that way we can get the sneak attack in our hand, and then we can start drawing these good cards again. So let's do that. So we're showing 2. So let's just go ahead and quest with 4 with Glorfindel. This comes out. Stargazer and Miners die. Remember, everyone has +1, and so like all of our 1 allies don't die. I don't think we have a Test of Will. Yeah, we don't. I'm actually going to play Elrond's Council to go 1, 2, 3, taking us down to 17. And then giving Glorfindel +1. So that's going to be 5. So we got 2, replacing 3. So we're at 5 out of 6 there. We've got this set up to... Oh, wait, hold on. We needed... you know what? Actually, no. We're going to quest harder. Because I forgot that we did not take this off last time. And so we're going to quest with an Arwen for 3 more. So this is going to be 1, 2. This does trigger. So it didn't work out exactly how we wanted it, but we don't get another Ring Wraith, which is huge. So we get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got a big hand, and we're about ready. You know what? We are ready to go ahead and just play that Will of the West. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's go 1 resource to play Will of the West. That gets removed from the game. We shuffle these in, and we have a brand new deck of some pretty good cards. So alrighty. Let's rock and roll. Let's kill some Ring Wraiths now. Okay. So at the end of the round, we'll remove 1 here. We will unexhaust everything. Increase our threat to 18. Draw into a Stargazer. That's a nice pull. It's a really nice pull. Pass out money. Okay. Let's go ahead and go 2 for a Stargazer. We'll use Stargazer to look at the top 5. We got Elrond's Council, Son of Arbor, Dwarven Tomb, and a Test of Will. We're going to put a Test of Will on the top. Gleowine's going to draw that Test of Will for us. Hemsmoth is going to check. We're going to get another Weather Hills. So we'll clear 1 of those. So we got a 3 showing. I think... Let's go ahead and spend 1, 2, 3 to drop a Sun. You know, I'm honestly probably ready to push. I think we're ready to push in for the win, right? So we will throw the Ring Wraith under Weathered Hills, and we will never quest again. We'll never push through Weathered Hills. We'll do that. We got sneak attacks for Gandalfs to kill off the Ring Wraiths. The Witch King is immune, but we can do some damage to the Witch King. Alrighty. Okay, so in that case, let's go ahead and quest 4. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. We're going to be showing 3. We're placing 5, which is enough. Okay. So this pops out. We'll use Asphala to clear this. And then we got 3 questing for 8, place 5. This moves on. The Ring Wraith's attack. When revealed, add Weathertop and the Witch King to the staging area. Search the encounter deck and discard power for each Nazgul enemy found to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. If there are no Nazgul enemies in play, the players win the game. So Witch King comes in. He's immune to player card effects. The Witch King gets minus 30 engagement cost while the One Ring is exhausted. And characters with 1 willpower or less cannot defend against attacks made by the Witch King. There is a Ring Wraith here. So we get the Ring Wraith. We get the Rider. And we got one more Rider that we took care of earlier in the game. Actually, I think we drew him as a boost card. And that's going to be everyone. Okay. During the travel phase, we'll travel to Weather Hills, and we'll place the Ring Wraith under the Weather Hills. It is considered... It is out of play. So that does count for here. So now we just got the 2 Black Riders, or the 2 Riders of Mordor, and the Witch King to deal with. Okay. We will go ahead and... Yeah, let's optionally engage this Witch King. That's going to ready Sam and give him +1 stats to the end of the round. We will go ahead and use 1 resource to play Sneak Attack. And we'll Sneak Attack Gandalf. When Gandalf comes into play, we're going to deal 4 damage to this Ring Wraith. We've got Rivendell Minstrel. It's going to defend against the Ring Wraith. Ring Wraith is going to be 6, no shadow effect. Rivendell Minstrel does not survive that. And then we will swing back for 3, 6, 8, 12, 13, 15, which is enough to kill. Whew. Okay. Gandalf at the end of the phase comes back to our hand. We will go ahead and unexhaust everybody. Refresh phase, we will use the Stargazer to go ahead and look at the top 5. We'll keep that. We'll actually swap. No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Okay. Increase our threat to 19. We'll draw into an Elrond's Council. Gleoine. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. I need to pass out money. Aragorn is really good in this game, by the way. Gleoine will draw us a card. Just going to be the Sun. We've got Hemamoth to take a look at this top card, which is a 2. We will not engage the Shady Breelander. So we're showing 4, 8, 10. We don't want to quest any more than that. Let's go ahead and... okay, so we need to quest for 10. Let's go Elrond's Council to reduce by 3. 1, 2, 3. We got Glorfindel questing for 5 now. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine, actually. We'll just do that, and then the Shady Breelander is... we'll raise our threat by 1, which will be fine. So we're questing for 9, showing 10. Increase our threat by 1. Our encounter phase, we will engage this Rider of Mordor, which readies Sam. We've got a 1 in the combat phase to sneak attack Gandalf to kill here. Um, Rider of Mordor is going to attack. We will defend with Rivendell Minstrel. So 4. After this attack, the attacking enemy engages. The next player makes an immediate attack. There is no next player. So Rivendell Minstrel dies. And we've got 4, 6, 9, 12 to kill for game. Boom. I don't know why. I think, Aragorn was really, really good for this quest. Aragorn, and then also just the distribution of resources. I think I needed to run a little bit more high ally deck, and then lore was really key here. Lore was great because you got to draw a lot of cards, where actually most of our card draw did come from Ancient Mathlands, but thank you, Josh, GG. But Himmelmoth allows you to stall the game. Himmelmoth is a S tier card in my opinion. Himmelmoth is so good because you can either guarantee a success or you can guarantee that you are not going to push, which is, like, in a quest like this, even more valuable, right? You can say, I'm not pushing because I need to build and take care of these Black Riders. And so there's just a lot of value there. And honestly, we could have taken care of the Ring Wraith next turn if we wanted to, right? So we were absolutely fine. I like the quest. I am curious how you would run it with the hobbits. I think the hobbits are just a little tough to run the quest with. Well, I mean, like, honestly, outside of the stats, like, if we subbed the Celebrian Stone and the Sword That Was Broken out for Song of Travel and Song of Kings, and this is Pippin, I actually don't know how much differently this game would have gone. And so maybe I just needed to lean into and think about other ways to deal with it all. But it worked out. It was really fine. It was good. We got our threat down to 17. We could easily bring that down to 0 if we really wanted to stall the game out. But we never used Aragorn's action, which is kind of funny. It's also kind of funny because it's a refresh action to reduce your threat. So I don't think I could actually take it right now considering I'm below my starting threat. So that's kind of fun. But there's just a lot. There's a lot to this quest. I did enjoy it a lot. We are going to be playing the next quest. I don't actually know what it is. Flight to the Ford next week at the same time. So Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. we will be back at Flight of the Ford. Next stream is going to be tonight at 8 p.m. Jason D20 Woodworking is coming on the stream. We're going to be doing a team up where we're playing all basic decks just to kind of highlight and show, or hopefully show, I guess that was a bit cocky of me to say, but hopefully show how good basic has become. And so I'm running an Ironheart basic. He's running a Drax basic deck. And so that's going to be tonight. I think we're going to go against Mansion Attack, Expert Mansion Attack. So that's tonight at 8. And then the second finale of Dunwich, because last week did not go super well. So the second finale of Dunwich is going to be on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So a lot of cool stuff coming up, and I am looking forward. I'm glad that we finally finished this one. It's been like that. It's been, Isildur has his bane, Nelson has his bane, and that's the knife in the dark for me. So, but we got there. We're good. But thank you all so very much for hanging out. Thanks for all the subs. Look forward to talking with you all soon. If you're not on the Discord, go ahead and join it. Alrighty. See you around. Peace.